Welcome everyone, this is Lycus 1985 with my second installment of Something Old, Something New. Today's focus will be Astrotrain. We've got Generation 1 Astrotrain in the front and Henkei Classics in the back there. So you can see Generation 1 is an older style locomotive. He's got nice die-cast parts. The black you see here is all die-cast, so that's very good. It's got some thrusters in the back, and on the bottom you can see there's not too much robot parts showing. So that's also good. It rolls really well. It's got plastic wheels, but it does roll really well. And then Henkei Classics Astrotrain is a bullet train, so it brings it back into the modern age. That's the something new part of this review. I've got some nice chrome, purple, and silver for the thrusters and the surrounding area there. Very nice. And this guy has the additional advantage of having a rifle in his bullet train mode. So let's first take a look and transform Astrotrain Generation 1. Take this piece here, fold it back and up. Same thing on the other side. Fold it up. When you're transferring back from robot or from shuttle to train mode, it's worth noting that there's this little indentation in the plastic. If you want to basically make sure the wing is firmly in there, otherwise it'll flap loose. And by wing, I'll show you what I mean by wing. So on the bottom here, take these pieces out, and then kind of pop it out like that. Same thing up here. Pop it out, and as you can see, what was the top of the train now becomes the bottom of the shuttle. I'm going to bring out this wing. There we go. Bring out the wing, which is recessed in this groove, and then you want to slide it all the way to the back so that it becomes the tail fin. And then for the front, what you want to do, there's these panels here. I'm going to flip these up, and which will reveal the front part of the cockpit part of the shuttle. Kind of use your thumb to get that out of there, and you might have some clearance problems right here, so you kind of got to wiggle it and just get it past to that point where it's not going to give you problems. These flaps go back down like so, and there you have the shuttle mode, and it does roll fairly well. For Henkei, we want to do this. Take this out. Get the wings, put this down. Now this is going to become the front of the shuttle. So what you're going to do with this piece here, this is going to rotate it back, and then this piece here that was just flat like that, you're going to fold it up, it becomes the tail fin, and then the back here, take these apart. The nice part of this Henkei Astrotrain is that it's in a ball joint, and the ball joint gives you enough clearance to do that kind of action like that. Same thing over here. Rotate it around. Try to keep these pieces together. It'll be much less of a pain. These do tab in place, and I'm going to attempt to do that on camera. Sometimes it can kind of be fiddly, and if I spend too much time, I may not just not do it. But there's a hole here and a peg here, and if you can get it lined up right, it should snap in like that. Doesn't always do that. Sometimes it's fiddly, but same thing over here. I think that's actually pretty much in place. And then for the back, this rotates up like this, and then there's two recessed grooves there. These parts of the thrusters go right in there, like that, snap in place. Oh, the other thing to note, I just realized this, you see this groove here? The wheels go in there, and so that kind of helps keep it in place. And here you have, well, one other thing is you want to bring out the landing gear in the front. So I'm just going to use a hobby knife to pry the damn thing out of there. And there you have Henkei Astrotrain in its shuttle mode. Now, if you look at this, it's really kind of a stubby looking shuttle, and I think in terms of who wins in the shuttle mode, I think it's got to give it to Generation 1 Astrotrain in the shuttle form, because this is much more proportioned to me than this. It's like it's got squished together somehow or something. So moving on, just going to snap those together. So yeah, rolls really well, as does Generation 1 Astrotrain. Alright, so finally we get to go to the robot mode. So for Astrotrain in his shuttle mode, his head's going to be up here, these are the legs. What you want to do, flip these panels up again, and you want to rotate this cockpit piece back in there. There we go. So these become the legs. Now up top here, this piece lifts up and rotates back, and see it has a hinge. You just want to hinge it down so it sits flush against his back. This part here is always the fiddliest part, and the part you kind of want to rush, but man, if you break it, it's going to stink. So I'm going to bring this all the way down, and then fold, separate these two. It becomes this chest piece. Now the legs have always given me a problem, so just going to have to do your best. You might have to separate a little bit. There we go. And then these come down like that, and then that's going to be his legs. Arms. Again, using my handy dandy hobby knife, we're going to take this, insert it in the groove here, pull this out, and then the rest of the way is kind of, oops, kind of work it out so that it comes out like that. Same thing over here. Pry it out, get a good handle on it, and then there you go. So for Generation 1 Astrotrain, he has this big long rifle, which is almost as long as he is, and then actually if we take a quick peek at Henkei's, you can see the length difference. I don't know. So go ahead and arm Astrotrain. Oops. So we'll set Astrotrain off to the side for a second here. As for Henkei Astrotrain, to transform him into his robot mode, gotta once again separate these pieces here. Get these out. And what's going to happen on this, going from shuttle to robot mode, oops, this will be the head, so you can get that back out of the way, so I'll just fold it down like that. Now for the dramatic head reveal, pull this panel down and use your fingers to get his head out. And then this comes back up like that. This rotates around, and these 2 points go into these 2 areas here, recessed areas, so they kind of just hold everything together, sort of. Bring the wings forward. Now this area here becomes a shoulder pad, so you just kind of bring down the arms, and then you need to also separate the arm from the outside of the shuttle. You can use the wheels here to pry it out. Now for the legs, I want to, whoa, sorry about that. Separate, pull down, pull down. This piece goes up like that for now. Bring your toe up, toe up. This rotates around, very nice ball joints. You got enough clearance to do what you need to do, which is very nice. Okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and arm Henkei Astrotrain. nice pose. And then we want to separate the chest piece here. There we go. So you have Henkei Astrotrain, and let's go ahead and bring them next to Generation 1. So final thoughts, they are both great Transformers, and I recommend them both. They make nice additions to your collection. Alright guys, talk to you later. Bye.